Hey guys, so what's up? Today is going to be just a very chill video talking about where I've been because I've been gone for 127 days and now I'm back. I'm back doing content and I'm happy about that. But I want to tell you guys pretty much what happened because I want to I want to just inform you guys what happened so you guys aren't just left in dust and saying, oh, he just left because he got bored and yeah, I did lose motivation to do YouTube because of me focusing on trying to get an apartment and other things that did happen during that time, which I will talk about. But yeah, let's just go ahead and talk about it. So basically, around the time of March or so, I was trying to look for an apartment with my buddy, and we were trying to find this place that we're in right now. And it, unfortunately, someone took it, and we're like, dang it! And we were so upset because this place was perfect. Like the location was great. We're close to like so many different stores, and it was just great. And it wasn't even that far from work. And so it was basically like the same distance from work. But anyway, we were waiting and waiting, and then we eventually, around like the end of March, I was looking at every day because she did say, the lady we were talking to said that, hey, there may be one coming up soon, but we're not sure. So I looked at every single day. He did too, my buddy, on the website to see if it would come up available, and it did. And it came up available. I was working out, and I was like, I might as well just look at it real quick while I'm resting. And I noticed it was open, and I'm like, oh my God. And I messaged him like, bro, we gotta hurry, like make sure you put your application in right now. And so I put mine in, and he was working on his, and it was, I'm not going to explain the whole thing because it was kind of a weird situation, but overall we got it to work, and we got the apartment. And we're going to move in April 20th, I think it was. No, April like 21st, I think it was like that time. And so that happened. We moved eventually, but in between that time when we were going to move, I was packing my stuff. My dog Nugget, which maybe some of you guys know, I'll probably put videos, on screen right now, just showing what little guy looked like. He's a Shih Tzu, and he wasn't even that old. I mean, he was about close to 10 years old, and yeah, all of a sudden he was already having seizures beforehand. Which I did say on stream sometimes and Twitter. I'd say, hey guys, can't do this because my dog has a seizure, stuff like that. So, but also before that, my mom was in the hospital for a little thing too. There's actually a lot of things that happened in between, even before my dog's situation. Grandma being in the hospital after a surgery, my mom was in the hospital for a short time. So a lot of things happened that just made me not want to do content because I was like, bro, I just got to concentrate on life and just make sure this is okay. So after my mom was okay, she's doing a little better now. My grandma, I'll get to in a minute. But yeah, then a situation got to where my dog Nugget was having his seizures, but he wasn't taking his medication. He takes 3 pills a day for his seizures to help him and kind of control him. So he would have them. He would still have them, but not as regularly. And so this one, he wasn't taking his medicine, and we were just trying our best to give him the medication. He just wasn't taking it. I won't get into it too much because it is kind of a long play. But one day, which was April 10th, it was my grandma's birthday, aunt's birthday, my uncle's birthday, kind of weird. Anyway, that happened, and he had a seizure that night, and it was very bad. And it was like, this is kind of worrying. And after that seizure, usually after seizures, he kind of like loses where he is, and he's like, what the heck, where am I? Then he kind of gains it back. He's like, all right, I'm good. It takes a little bit. But this time it wasn't like that. He was gone. He was staring at walls, didn't know where he was. And I was like, okay, something's not right. So then all of a sudden he had another one, and we're like, okay, this isn't right. So, and it was super late. It was like 9 o'clock. So no vet was open. And we're like, hey, well, we gotta go somewhere. So we find a vet that was open 24 hours, and we're like, okay, well, how far is it? And I'm like, I don't care how far it is. Let's just go. So we drive. It wasn't even that far. We get in there, and they take him in. They tell us, okay, we're going to keep him overnight. We'll watch him, check on him, give him the right doses and stuff like that to help him. We told him that he can't go in anesthesia because that can kill him, because last time he was in anesthesia for a surgery he had, it almost killed him, but they saved him because they didn't know he was allergic to what was in that. So now we know. And so we just told him, hey, make sure you don't do that. They're like, hey, cool. Thanks for telling us. Next day goes by where I'm at work, and I didn't want to go to work, but I did. Just keep my mind off it. I got a call at 7 o'clock from my mom saying that Nugget's doing worse. He had a seizure overnight, and he's not getting himself back. Like, he was still just very, where am I? his brain just wasn't in contact. So, and I'm like, well, if worse comes to worse, we're probably gonna have to put him down. So I leave work early, and I go home to my mom just to help her, get through what we're gonna do. My brother comes home. We all go to the vet, and my stepdad goes too. And then we get to the point where we're there. We see him. We see how bad he is. I mean, excuse me. There's a lot of just losing my voice here. Yeah. So we see how bad he is, and he's just. I just know at that point, I'm like, we just have to put him to sleep because he's just not getting better. They said he wasn't doing better, and they were worried about him, and they said that if there was one person that's like a neurologist or something like that, but he was only available in 2 weeks, and they didn't think Nugget would make it that long, and we're like, well then, we don't want to take him home because we just know he's gonna pass away if that's the case. So we ended up having to put him down that day. Was very sad just seeing him because he was just not himself. He couldn't do anything. Like this was how he was the whole time we were holding him, because his brain was just so affected by that last seizure, I think, and the seizure before, when he had at the vet. I think it just hit him so hard that this is what he was doing the whole time and just moving his head. So I just thought it was nice. When I held him, he kissed me first. He gave me a little lick. I was like, oh. And then, yeah, it was just a very sad moment. It kind of felt like Marley and Me, because I always thought when I saw the movie, I'm like, I hope I don't ever have to do this. And I did it, and it sucked. So it was very sad. So we lost Nugget April 11th, and he was not even 10 years old. He was going to be 10 years old this year in August. So that was very unfortunate. Just a hit in the heart out of nowhere. We did not expect this. And then not even a week later, even a couple days later, my mom told me that my grandma wasn't doing well because she had colon cancer, and she had a surgery months and months ago. And it was for colon. She pretty much removed her colon. She had to have a bag in there, like where her colon was. And it's disgusting, but basically someone has colon cancer, they get their colon removed, and then they have a bag placed like near the stomach, and then whatever they have to poop, it goes in that bag. So she had to put that in. If they had a lot of complications afterwards, something just wasn't working right or something like that, and this is also very disgusting, so just wanted to let you guys know. But instead of coming out the bag, it was going up her throat. And they're like, we don't know why this is happening, so they had to figure that out, and it was a bunch of stuff. And overall, they couldn't do the full surgery because the tumor that was in her it got too big too fast, and they couldn't get past it to do the full surgery. So her time of possibly living 5 more years decreased immensely. And so they said, well, then she probably won't have the 5 years. And at the time, I don't think they even gave her an estimate after that. But later, they're like, okay, well, she probably doesn't even have maybe 5 months to live. And then all of a sudden, cancer is very, very fast and deadly. So didn't even take that long after that. It was April. Oh, gosh. It was even a few days. So I think it was the next Tuesday after Nugget passed. Got a call. I was at work. And because Nugget passed away on a Wednesday. And then, so then the next week on a Tuesday, got a call at work. And mom called me saying my grandma passed away in the morning at 5:10 in the morning. They put her in hospice the night before because she was getting way worse. I mean, she was kind of going like delusional in a sense, because she just all of a sudden my aunt came downstairs one night, or I think it was the morning, one of the two, and they just saw her just sitting on a chair naked out of nowhere. And we're like, well, how did she do that? Because she has absolutely no energy. She hasn't eaten anything. She just doesn't do anything because her body is refusing that. She's refusing the food and refusing the water and stuff. So, like, how did she do that? She has no energy. She can't do that. And the lady that they were talking to was like, well, sometimes when they're like this, they just get a big spurt of energy and just do it. And I'm like, well, I guess. But, yeah, so she just got way worse. And then that Tuesday. She passed away in the morning in hospice, which we knew she was going to be passing pretty soon, but it happened. So that happened. Their funeral was the 19th. No, sorry. I think it was, the funeral was 19th. And what was it, the 19th? I could be wrong, guys. A lot of stuff has happened, but I remember it happened on a Wednesday. I think it was the week after, I believe. And it was tough. Oh wait, I got the dates wrong. I need to address this. I don't want to get it wrong. My dog passed away on a Tuesday. I remember that because I missed the rest of work on Tuesday or something. Yeah, I can't remember, guys. I just know it was a week apart when they passed. It was so long. But I remember it was on April 11th when we lost Nugget. But anyway, yeah, we went to the funeral about a week later, which was on a Wednesday, and that was very sad. I wanted to speak for her, just saying like how much she meant to us and what she did to us, make some jokes in here there because of how she, treated us in a good way, cutting our food and, just spoiling us and all that stuff when we were kids. But I just couldn't get the energy to do it or the urge to do it because I'm pretty shy. I am like a introvert in a way. So I couldn't do it because I knew if I did it, I'd probably break down. And my brother did it. He did a great job. And my uncle did it. He did a great job too. But yeah, that was very sad. So I lost my dog and my grandma, my last grandma, who definitely meant the world to me because of how much she did for us. I'm not saying my other grandma didn't, but my other grandma was fantastic. But this one, we called her Mammy because when we were kids, we didn't know how to say grandma, so we just said Mammy, and so we just kept with Mammy. So her name was Mammy to us, so we just called her Mammy. So we lost her and my dog in just 1 month. In that 1 month, in a week, basically. And that really hurts. So that I just needed to just recover from that. And I have been working out a bunch. I've been very consistent with that. Very consistent with working out, making sure my health is good, eating well. Yeah, I have some cheat days here and there. I'll eat a bunch of crap because treat yourself. But I've been very focused on making myself physically good. And it's been tough, but now I feel things are looking up. We got the apartment, it's been a month. I know this is kind of a joke, but I know my team Dortmund, we could have won the title, and we screwed up on the last day. We didn't get the title, so that freaking destroyed me. I'm still destroyed from that. So that sucks, and it's just been a terrible year. It's been an awful year, and it's just been terrible. I hate it. But hopefully things are looking up. Having the apartment's also good. I finally switched shifts on my job, which I've been trying to do for 3 years. I did that finally, so I work with my buddy now, who I've known for almost 10 years. So that's cool. It makes the job so much better and just easier. Because we know each other so well. We work off each other really well, and we're just super fast at what we do, so it just makes the job so much easier. So yeah, that's overall, guys, it's just been an awful year. An awful start of the year, to be honest. I've already used so much of my PTO at my job. I usually use my PTO pretty quick, but this year I'm determined to use it only when I need to, and then all this stuff happened, and I've used up most of it. Which I'm not going to complain about because it was for a good thing, staying home for watch Nugget when my mom was in the hospital, certain things. I had the flu once, so that was 3 days. Just some things that just was unfortunate, but it was right to do PTO. And obviously, when my grandma passed, it wasn't PTO; it was bereavement. So I used bereavement for that. But yeah, man, it's been a rough year, man. It's been a very rough year so far. But now I feel mentally good for content. And yes, it was a lack of motivation before that. I was like, man, I don't feel like editing. I don't feel like doing this. I could record and stream, but I don't feel like putting it together. So it's just motivation was very low, especially because of all the stuff that was happening this year. But yeah, so now I'm feeling good though. I'm feeling good mentally. I'm happy. I'm doing better. I have both I have pictures of Nugget. We had him cremated, so we have his ashes. His ashes is at my house, my mom's house, because she wanted them, and I'm 100% fine with that because they were so close. My mom and Nugget, it was her companion. Anytime she would go to work, because she works from home, anytime she would go upstairs, like, hey, let's go to work. He's like, okay. And he would run up with her, and it was just by her side like 24/7. But he also loved me because like Nugget and I were super close, super close. So yeah, it definitely hurt my mom and I the most. And obviously my brother, my stepdad really got hit by that. We all suffered a lot. But yeah, it was just very upsetting. It sucked. Losing your dog is like one of the hardest things in the world because, you know, they make you happy. They're there for you if you're down. And when you lose that, it just sucks, man. It really sucks. But yeah, the ashes are at my house. I got some of my grandma's ashes here with me, along with the gift I gave her 2 years ago. She kept it for me. She even a week before she passed, they found it because they were doing a garage sale for her stuff, and because that's what she wanted. She wanted a garage sale for her stuff, and they found that, and she's like, immediately was like, oh no, that's what Connor gave me 2 years ago for Christmas. And I was like, oh my god, I forgot about that thing. So I have one. I gave her 2 reindeer. I have one. I let my brother have the other one. Freaking motorcycle, man! I tell you something. But yeah, so I have that for her, and then I have pictures of Nugget. They also gave us paw prints of Nugget, a piece of his fur that was put in a piece of paper that was sealed. So that was very nice of that place of doing that. So I have his paw print with 2 pictures of me and him, and I'm so glad I took a picture of him around March because I went out with my brother for his birthday, and before my mom was like, I want to take pictures of you guys. And so I took a picture with Nugget, holding Nugget, and I'm very happy I did that. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff here remembering my grandma and Nugget. So I have them with me basically still. But yeah, guys, I know it's been a very long and just drawn out video, but I wanted to go into explanation of what happened. No edits, cuts, stuff like that. Just showing little pics or videos, excuse me, of Nugget because that's what I wanted to do. Just so you guys know what little guy looked like. And I know he didn't really do much in those videos, but because he was just tired most of the time. Anytime I grabbed him, he was upstairs. So I just went and grabbed him while he was asleep, and he was just like, oh, he was just out of it. And when the light hit him, he's like, that's light. But yeah, so it's been a very rough first few months in this year. Hopefully things get better. And like I said, I think it is starting to kind of get better. Moving into this place, finally moving shifts. It's definitely looking up from here. So yeah, guys, more content's gonna be coming your way. Don't you worry. I'm very excited to do that. I do want to do more streams, and since I've moved out, I have definitely less distractions in the house. A lot of noise. It's just hard to do that when you're alone in an apartment with your buddy, which kind of sounds weird. I can just do whenever I want. I can just stream and record whenever I want. So yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. But yeah, guys, more content coming your way. Like I said, sorry it's been a very drawn out video, probably like 20 minutes or something like that. I don't know. So yeah, so you guys know I am doing better though. So don't worry about me. I'm doing great. Mentally, I'm doing better. Seeing things more positively. And yeah, just messages, just cherish the ones you love because you never know what's going to happen. Things happen fast. And to your dogs, love them. Don't hate them. And if you abuse them, I hate you. That's basically it. I always hate people who abuse dogs and cats. I just don't get it. We're just any animal. I don't get it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to stop rambling and let you guys go. I'll see you guys next time in the next few videos. And yeah, peace.